My name is Madison Lane, and this is my video response for Twelfth Night, the musical. I'll be answering the questions from Prompt A. During the performance, the characters of identical twins, Viola and Sebastian, were played by actors of two different genders and races. As an audience member, it made the story a bit more difficult to follow. However, it is understood that the performance was originally written for each role to be played by two different genders, and it makes the performance much more entertaining. A design choice made was that both actors were placed in identical clothing to show how they should be interpreted as being the same person. However, both actors weren't placed in any average outfit. They were both placed in identical suits. The fact that both suits were the exact same, one not being in a men's suit and one not being in a woman's suit, better shows how Viola can be misinterpreted as her brother, Sebastian. This also shows that they hold a position of somewhat significant power and are not one of the average citizens. For example, it was said that Duke Orsino would not hire just anyone, and a woman for that matter. However, he hired Viola when she appeared to be a well-mannered man. As an additional accent to this costume choice, when in character as Sebastian and not Viola, the woman playing Viola had her hair back to show her attempt to look less like herself and more like her brother. This design choice overall allowed me to understand the concept of being the same person throughout the show, which was already extremely difficult due to both roles being played by actors of two different genders and races. I overall enjoyed the complexity of the show much more by being able to better visualize the similarities between each character. An additional design element of the show was the simplicity of the scenery and transitions. Throughout the performance, there were very little props that had to be brought on stage or removed from stage between each scene. For example, there were 2 light posts, a bed, and a bench, and occasionally a chair from time to time on stage. However, the positioning of each item allowed the audience to understand what environment the scene was taking place in. For example, when the scene took place in Olivia's home, there was 1 single bench on an angle, stage right, and 1 light post in the back corner of stage left. In addition, the actors always entered from the back door of stage left to show that they were entering Olivia's home. As an audience member, the consistency in location of each prop as the scenes changed allowed me to keep track of what environment the scene was taking place in, therefore allowing me to better understand the storyline of the show. This scenic decision overall allowed me to feel more organized and attentive when watching the musical. Due to the complexity of the show already, with multiple love stories involving people of multiple different genders and races, it was good to have a sense of consistency to better understand what was going on in the musical itself.